Hello everybody, this is Mystic Joan. I'm here with a client reading who had ordered a large 52 card Grand Tableau Lenormand reading. And I want to get this started, and I do apologize to my client that this was a little bit late, but she understands the circumstances. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and get started here. Okay. The first thing I want to do is with this tableau, it's done a slightly differently in that the central issue is right here with these three, and then there's the last card. Okay, so with that said, right in the center is the scythe. The scythe is indicating a cutting out. Okay. So I'm cutting out something, and the rose is alluring. It's like a temptation, being allured or drawn into something. And it seems like she's cutting that out. And with the Rappeteers, it's right next to it. The Rappeteers is like an attack or a challenge or a fight. So it feels like that she's in the middle of a disagreement or some kind of conflict that she has to cut out, that she was being lured into. So I feel like she was lured into a situation that she had to make a decision, and it caused some conflicts where she had to cut out one of the options because it was very tempting, but and my intuition says it wasn't something for her better good. Okay. And we have something new, movement, change, and letter. What I feel like is a new communication that has came in that has caused a big an uprooting, a shift that is bringing changes about, that she had to make a choice between two options, and one of them was very alluring, very enticing, but I feel like that's what she was cutting out, but cultivating the other option. And down here we have the paths, which is a crossroads. She's literally found herself at a crossroads with this movement and the scythe and the crossroads. So she found herself at this crossroads. Again, this is confirming a major decision that had to be made, because there's news that came really quickly. There's news and there's news. Okay? News that came really quickly. Coffin is an ending. It's ending something. Okay? And it's actually pointing to the mice. So pointing to the mice, something that was, she had to end something that was taking away from her. And I feel like maybe taken away from her finances. It could be time. Okay? And again, the scythe is knighting this mice, so it is telling me that she had to cut this out because it was wearing her down, wearing her finances down is what I am feeling here. And I'm feeling like this is business because we have the moon right below it. Recognition. Okay? I'm going to bring the camera over here because to start out right up at the top, we have partying, and we have travel, overseas travel probably, and we have the gentleman. So this could be a choice between men or a choice between bosses. But what I'm getting with that is definitely a party that was going on, probably I feel like a social gathering where a man or somebody traveled from afar with the ship, okay, to this gathering, and that's where this whole thing, an offer with the hands, a handshake offer, came to play. So I'm not so sure that this is personal. We're going to dig into that a little bit more, or if this is business. But I think part of this is business, but the gentleman, Here she is. The gentleman's on top. It's like he has the upper hand. But if you put them side by side, they're facing in opposite directions, so which means they would really be facing each other. Okay? So I've one of them seeing eye to eye is what I'm getting from there. Aha, part of this might, there's the heart, bouquet. Okay, so there is some romantic overtones in this reading. So she has multiple things going on. She has something going along with business, and she also has up here the personal information, personal stuff going on. Okay. And the man is in the house of ship, so he's the one that was doing the traveling. So and he's right next to Cupid. This here is a love connection. Okay. So I have to ask my client if she has met somebody, and probably somebody online or somebody through the business. But she's met somebody that's forming an alliance. It's forming a ring is agreement, ring is commitment. Okay. I do not feel marriage right now because this, for me, I feel like this is brand new. This is something just coming in. This is in her present. This is her future. Her past does not have indications of love per se. Okay. She's definitely receiving gifts from somebody. This man has probably been sending her gifts of admiration. Oh, there's the public garden. So this is definitely a public gathering or a public event. I'm feeling like outdoors flowers, a public event that has happened. You met this guy who's traveled afar, and this is like a ship. The traveling is in the House of Clover, which is that small luck, that quick luck that could go away real quickly. But the mountain is in the middle of it. And she is looking right at the mountain. Okay? And now to figure out what is her block. The mountain is a block. It could be a long road traveled. It could actually be a literal mountain. So my mind is going to a public gathering, a public event that may have occurred up in the mountains or near mountains, higher elevations. She had to travel to. He traveled from very far away. I feel like that they may have met through work somehow. There is definitely a love connection there. But I feel like she's the one that's blocking it. My client is the one that's blocking it because she's been so career-minded that she just kind of pushes love right out the back door. Okay? Just kind of puts it on the back burner, and now this connection comes up, and it's kind of throwing her for a loop. Round the heart, gifts of love and commitment. Right there. Okay? Um, Stability, work might be an obstacle because I'm seeing this and this. Work is an obstacle in love. So, again, just like I just said, her career puts a block up to keep her from becoming involved, becoming attached, finding true love. But I'm here to tell you, hon, it's there. Sometimes you just need to take that chance and go for it. Um, let's see what else I can find here. Your card opens with it opens with the party, okay? And the tableau closes with the pig. The pig is abundance. The pig is riches and money and wealth and success. So you're very successful minded. You're totally business minded. But there's still this emptiness that you're feeling because there's nobody there right now. Or there is somebody who's offering commitment and you're not so sure that you want that because you're so worried about your career. I keep being drawn to the clouds. Okay. And the clouds is in the house of book or education or learning or researching. Clouds is confusion, not seeing things clearly, even a storm. Okay? And it's in the house of book. Okay? Which is learning. Even things that could be hidden. It's knowledge. So learning something, and right next to it we have the cats. The cats are sneaky. They're impatient. They could be selfish and curious. And they're fickle. You were being lured into somebody, you were being lured in by people that are fickle or not serious. There's the bear. This is definitely business related. Some communications that was not very clear coming to you associated with work, and again maybe some traveling. This is going to sound funny, but Spirit's like saying you need to get away. You need to get away, girl. Because when I see that sun way up here, let me move the camera. I see the sun way up here, and I think in a nice sunny place, hot, warm, beaches. The sun is also the best card in this whole deck. It means happiness and bliss, everything going right. next to the flame. Flame is about warmth and heat and comfort. Documents. So I'm thinking maybe a passport and going someplace in a warm climate, a nice place to get away. And I feel like that's what you need right now. There's the safe here is about your monies and your resources with your business, and rider is travel. It's also visitors or people coming in. So this I think both you and that gentleman up at the top, as above you, were both traveling. So this might have been a convention. I want to say a convention. Okay, so you two meet at this convention, and you're very clouded. You're very allured. You're drawn in by somebody who has been fickle, who's changed their mind. That I feel might be part of your block why you're hesitant to go forward with this man. Spirit says, though, that this man is getting ready. He's finally ready to settle down. Instead of being the player and playing the field and dating this one and that one, he definitely wants to settle down with you. So love is there. Love is available. So this fickle man is actually part of your past, that you found this man being very fickle and you kind of put him off, and you still have that block of protection. The mountains protect. So you're putting up this block to keep this man at bay. But part of you longs to be loved, and it's there. So what he did in the past, the way he acted, is not where he's headed. He's headed at more stability. Okay? The heart is directly connected to the man. It knights it. So this is definitely a love connection. I want you to rest assured it is a love connection. So, let me see here. I want to see 26. I want to see about what that's about too. Because 39, that is the house of hands, accord, meeting and agreement, friendships, handshakes. It's coming to an agreement. The book is knowledge, coming to an agreement. Hands is in, okay, so cats. Okay, the cats is coming more clear. I feel like a business deal, because there's a book that's in agreement. Book is knowledge about an agreement. Then that's in the house of hands, the agreement. Hands is over here in the house of cats. Cats is up there. And cats is in the house of letter. Okay, so there's definitely some contracts going on here that are shaky. That that's what I feel like now I'm switching modes from the romance to the business part. Okay, cutting out some things and that's caused conflict. And letter also, knights, cats. So you've gotten some information, you've researched it. This contract that was very confusing, the wording of it, so I feel like you've got some information that you researched this, and I do feel like, yes, it's time to cut it out. This particular contract, I do not have a good feeling about. So you definitely have to pay attention. I mean, it can be lucrative. There's fish and safe next to each other. Your finances, being okay with bear and business, rider, hands, metal, abundance. This could be a good contract, but you're going to have to argue your point. You're going to have to negotiate. You're going to have to, these two are mirroring each other. So I feel like this contract is something that you have to continue negotiating with. Pay very close attention to the fine print. And I feel like this is with an old, here we go here. Lily Moon hand. So this might be an older client, somebody older who is well known trying to give you this contract. So a well-established, somebody who's famous or well known with this contract. So this is somebody with experience. So yes, you definitely, and you're at a crossroads with this, and they know how to talk, they know how to lure things in. And it's time for the conflict to end, ending of the conflict with this older, wiser person, to negotiate the contract to better serve you. That is what I get there. Trying to see what else needs to come out. Okay, I am being drawn over here. I feel like tree, home, health, home, nursing home. Okay, I feel like somebody might something dealing with a nursing home is also going on in your life. Elderly. Okay. You have other things going on, whether I feel like this is probably for a loved one, a parent or something. You need to keep a close eye on this because there's the tower there. This could be the hospital, home, nursing home, high-skilled nursing facility. The coffin is bothering me there. There's an ending. I'm not God. I don't want to say what. I don't know if maybe in recently you've experienced a death somewhere. There was some hidden knowledge that you're now taking control of. You've kept the watchful eye on this nursing home. There's definitely something about a nursing home or high-skilled nursing facility, because the health card is here, the tower card is here, which is institutions. The home is where somebody lives. Lily is older people. This is definitely an old folks home or some kind of hospital, something along that sort, something dealing with the health. And whether it's closing or there was a death somewhere, that could be hidden knowledge about it. Sometimes a book and tower indicates a school, but it's knowledge about the institution to empower you, to make you strong. Okay, whatever is going on with this facility, this health facility, I feel like you do have the upper hand. So, and surrounding this elderly person here, it feels like the watchful eye has to be kept on them because maybe, I don't know, are they on hospice or something? And you're keeping an eye on these paths, these crossroads, these different options. I feel like maybe you need to move. There's a tree and paths. Okay. Other messages that are coming through or decisions having to be made concerning an elderly loved one, where they're going to go. Because I feel like one of the options is not up and up on everything, that there's hidden things about it. Maybe they don't treat their patients or they neglect their patients. So you need to investigate that and really weigh out your options on that one. And I think you already have an idea what direction you want to go because you're cutting something out. So that scythe is referring to not only business, but it's also referring to this. Cutting out, see that? They unite each other. There's a lot more information in this spread than what I thought, because we covered love, we covered business, and something very close to you, close to your home, an elderly person. Okay? That I feel like needs to around the clock care. And there was something shady going on with an institution that they were in. And needing to move them to someplace else. Okay, I'm looking for any other messages that you need to know about for this year. Sickbed star mice. Somebody's health has been deteriorating. However, there is new hope in that deterioration that health could actually improve. Okay. When I say improve, one way or another, they're going to be better. I don't like predicting this. Health and coffin. And then coffin and sickbed. This is, I'm sorry, I have to say this. Spirit is telling me I have to say this. Because I can't, you have to be prepared. I want to say that the health problems are going to come to an end. But with knighting, with coffin and sick bed, that's almost like a death. Health and coffin's almost like a death also. I'm not God, okay? I was always a reader that never wanted to deal with the death of anybody. But as I have been evolving spiritually, sometimes this comes up. You could have a death in your family that's close to your home. Okay? This may have happened or it's in the process. And this person was in a nursing facility or a high-skilled nursing facility or on hospice. Something like that where they needed skilled, round-the-clock care. And cutting things out that, like multiple options there. One of them really needed some change. I think a place that they may have been eating at the finances, but yet not getting the care that they really needed. Like there were some hidden things behind the scenes. And I'm going to put this out there, knowledge of this death. I feel like this is going to be a physical death. I'm sorry to say that. But there is something hidden about it that's associated with this nursing facility. So there may have been some kind of malpractice or something that they've done, some kind of neglect. So I would suggest that you may need to talk to an attorney, have this investigated. Okay? Just putting that out there. That's very important. That's something that you have to really deal with this year, or this might be something you're in this death might have already happened and you're in the process of dealing with it. But the sick bed is behind you, so I feel like somebody's been sick already behind you. And there's been new developments that has come about just in the past few months, in the past 2 or 3 months. Something recent has just been happening with this. Some new news that you found, that some changes, probably changes in their health status or changes in their condition, is what I'm being told. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to put this on hold for a minute because my son's getting a fire call. And I hope this is not a sick child, but this is something new. But I feel like it is definitely somebody older. But this is what I have for you, and I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just message me on Etsy. And anybody else that wants a reading, please see my Etsy shop or the description box below. And I thank you for watching, and you have a good day.